Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a fateful trip that started from this lovely home aboard this tiny ship. Well, it's a van, it's not a ship. Well, Dave was a mighty thrifting man, Marie was brave and sure. The two of them left home that day for 3 thrift store tour. A 3 thrift store tour. The weather started getting rough, the tiny van was tossed. If not for the courage of the fearless two, the thrift trip would be lost. The thrift trip would be lost. They pulled into the parking lot of a Goodwill where they'd find a frying pan, some clippers too, some underwear that ain't right, a pair of shoes. You never know what you might find in a thrift store ride.
Hi, I'm Dave.
And I'm Marie.
And we're the old school soulmates, long lost old school soulmates because we've been gone for a while, apparently.
Oh, my
I guess it's been about a month, hasn't it? Probably since we put a video out. Really appreciate all you that are still hanging in there after waiting around this long for a video. No excuse, but been a lot going on. I hope you liked our little tribute to Gilligan's Island there. We had a lot of fun. That's the kind of stuff you do when you're in quarantine. You know, you get
bored.
Bored. You kind of
you can't thrift. You got to do something.
Yeah. So we did actually get back into the thrift stores.
Yep.
We're in Tennessee and things are opening up for better or for worse. And we went in, as you saw at the beginning of the clip there, where we're in our mask in the thrift store. That's the way we take it seriously. We're wearing masks and stuff like that. But doing the hand sanitizer thing, all that stuff. When we get out of the thrift store, we're dousing us down. And never been germaphobes in our life. We dug through thrift and not even thought about it. But different times. So anyway, hope if you are going out there thrifting, you're being safe and taking precautions, because this stuff's no joke, especially for us folks in our 50s and up. So anyway,
it hasn't been really crowded or anything. They just opened. Probably been about 3 weeks now. Yeah, I think the thrift stores, but they take it seriously too. The bathrooms are closed and the employees have, they've really done a good job. Keeping it clean.
Goodwill, our Goodwill anyway. I guess because there's so much money out there to stay unemployed right now that people are not working as much and they're not wanting to come back to the lower paid jobs like Goodwill. And so our Goodwill looks like it's been cleaned out, and they've got, talked to one of the managers and they said they've got tons of stock.
I mean, tons of stock in the back. They just
have nobody to bring it out.
Yeah. They had one guy there that has been there forever, and he was rolling out, a few hard goods. But they said the clothes are just stacked. Yeah. They just can't get them put out, because I guess it takes more time to tag them and
what's his name?
Hangers.
The guy what's his name that's there all the time? Was that the one that we see all the time? The short-haired guy? Yeah. Was he come back to work?
Yeah, a little more closer to our age guy.
Oh, no. I'm talking about
not the young kid.
The young kids.
No, I didn't see any of those guys.
Yeah, so.
But I saw, the people that I saw were all closer to our age that were working there. Yeah. But they've got no one in the back.
And very little stock. So, and we actually went out this weekend and went to yard sales, which was kind of cool.
Yeah, because people have been
and kind of scary at the same time. People here are really not taking, a lot of precautions. You didn't see a lot of masks. And we didn't wear a mask either at the yard sales because we could kind of keep our distance from people. It's outside.
You're outside.
It's a little less.
You can escape.
Less likely to get away from them, that kind of thing. So it was a nice, hot, sunny day. So
it was.
We, but we found a few things. We found some cool camera stuff we'll probably put in a video here pretty soon. Some old projector and some old test equipment and stuff that you might see in this video. We're going to do a What's Sold video today, kind of show you what we've been selling. We're way behind on those, so this is not everything we've sold since the last video, but it's about 20-ish things that we've sold, and we'll get right into it. So what do we have here?
It's just a pair of unusual SASs. So SASs, there's all different types and brands and styles and designs. I'd never seen these before, but they're called Funk, and they come in different colors, but yeah, they don't bring a ton of money. The traditional SASs bring the most money. We had a viewer ask us a question about SASs, and the SASs, they back to their roots. They're a comfort shoe for people with maybe foot problems or have to stand on their feet all day. So the men's lace-up Oxford and the women's lace-up Oxfords, which is the Free Time and the Time Out, are the two best sellers, where they cost the most. If you buy them new, and they have the best resale, and they sell quickly. So those are the two biggest sellers. And they come in brown, black, beige, different colors. They look the most orthopedic as well. But those are the ones. Right. Yeah.
These are not those.
Those are not them at all. Nope. Nope,
anyway.
Not at all. We might have a pair of them in here. I doubt it, though.
We'll see.
They sell pretty quick.
We sell a lot of SASs.
Yeah.
So, SAS. You can't really go wrong with them as long as you can buy them right.
But
don't
like
buy
the
them
women's
for $20,
loafers, which are real common, they don't have a big return.
And some Skechers.
Skechers, depending on what you get shoes for, how much you're paying for them. Chunky, the big, thick-soled, chunky Skechers. You got to really inspect them well because the leather can peel here and there. But they tend to sell. I mean, people seem to really like them. And this one, we got $30 for them. Again, depending on what you're paying for it. These had a defect, too. And I don't remember what the defect was. I can't remember now. But they sell pretty well. I mean,
was it this right here?
I don't know. I don't remember what it was. I remember it said with defect, and I just can't remember what the defect was.
They look pretty good overall, though.
Yeah,
I mean, there may be a defect somewhere, but not too bad.
Yeah, it could have been a lace thing or something. But yeah, Skechers are a solid seller.
$29. What did we pay for those? Probably
those are going to be
$5 or $6. So.
Yeah, or probably $4.99 if I had to guess. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So what are those? Those are Brooks Addictions. Brooks Edition walkers. These are, Brooks are Brooks. Brooks are a good seller in the sneakers, as with all athletic shoes, especially if they're serious athletic shoes. I'm not talking about the ones you just wear because they look good. Running shoes, anything like that, you want to make sure they've got really good tread and they're not worn out. But these are just a walking shoe that Brooks sells, and they're very thick-soled and very comfortable. A lot of people wear these that work in restaurants and places like that. Mm-hmm. But they're a solid seller. I mean, and they bring decent money, especially men's ones and the wider width ones, because these were $55.
Right.
Alrighty. This is from a hunt that we had when one of our little honey holes kind of went away. Yeah. But her father, used to...
You probably heard us talk about it before, Sam.
Yeah,
but,
Sam.
She had a little... her father had a little junk shop on one side, and then she had a little, shed, I guess, that had a bunch of clothes. And he would go to storage locker auctions and buy stuff, and he would give her the clothes to sell. So.
Right. And when she was getting rich, when she got over it, which didn't last very long, she just... we got everything for $1.
She was probably a high school, early college, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
She's probably high school if I had to guess, but nice kid.
First, everything was like $4. Everything was like $4 in the place the first time we went. So we went back the next time, and it was like, $2 for every item. Then we went back, everything was $1.
It was a bag for $1. Yeah. It got crazy.
So she had a lot of Talbot stuff that was brand new in the bags and so forth. So for I got this for $1.
Yeah.
And sold it for $35.
Right. So you can't go wrong there.
Yep. We had several of them too. This is just your basic, the
Sack.
The Sack is a good brand to buy. You don't get a ton of money for them, but they're, if it's a cute purse in good shape, and as with all purses, you want to make sure the insides are clean, and you don't want your stuff in there. You wouldn't buy it, But yeah, the Sacks seem to sell, pretty solid. It's a popular purse. They're comfortable purses, but it's $20.
Yeah.
We spend, between $2.99, $3.99 is the standard price for purses. But if you're at a half price sale, you're looking at $2. $2 into 20 is fair.
Okay.
And these are Brooks. These are a different, and they always say on them what they are. So this is the Ravina, I think, 8. and or 7, and they're just this classic running shoe. These weren't in the greatest of shape. I really had kind of bought them for myself.
Yeah.
So, and then they just didn't work out. So I said, well, I'll just see if I can sell them. And
you can clean these a lot, but for $30, there's a cutoff of where you really want to put a lot of work in. You can use like a magic eraser and try to get that whiter and all and everything like that, but it's just really not worth it at this point. They still sold, so
But they're they're $140 shoe,
right?
And these are $30, and they're probably worn down a little, where you probably wouldn't want to run in them, but they're perfectly good sneakers to go out shopping in.
Right.
This is just something weird that I found. We were in the Goodwill in Tullahoma,
that's right,
and I came across this little collection of some silk scarves, and they're real vintage. But they were 100% silk, and they had Parisiennes on them and so forth. So, I think, that day we were there on a half price day or something.
Yeah.
Or something. They were 50 cents a piece.
Yeah, we got $24.95 for them. So
and they were
Plus
all in excellent
we actually
shape.
charge $5 for first class shipping on it. So that's a question some people ask us about whether or not we charge shipping. And there are some things we do free shipping on, sometimes clothing usually, and it needs to be probably first class for us to do free shipping generally.
And ties.
Shoes, ties and things like that. Shoes are heavy, and there's a case to be made for either way, but at the end of the day, it's just easier to charge shipping for them, because what some people don't understand, including some of our customers, don't understand, is that shipping is based on the distance between you and the buyer, and the weight of the package, and the size of the package too is a factor in there too. But more for shoes, it's like they're usually 3 to 5 pounds, depending on what kind of shoes they are. So, if you want to ship that, it could be anywhere. Like, we're in Tennessee. We were looking at a customer from Oregon, for example, might pay $20 to ship those 3-pound shoes.
Absolutely.
Where somebody in Kentucky, which is only a few hours away from us, might only pay $8 for it. So
and we're kind of fussy about our packaging.
Right.
I know people will jam some serious shoes into a padded flat rate.
Right.
I tend to not do that much. A pair of flats, a pair of flat sandals, a pair of Chacos, anything like that. Of course, I'm going to put in a padded flat rate to save the customer money. But I don't want the back of, the back where your heel goes. I don't want that to get broken down by some big package on top of it.
Right, because you got to imagine that this stuff's thrown in the back of a mail truck with 15 packages on top of it that weigh 100 pounds.
Right,
so
you don't
want to damage stuff.
I try to really think about that. I'm not going to put a pair of Tory Burch flats in a padded flat rate.
No.
I'm sorry, I'm going to put it in a box.
Right. And we're going to wrap up the little metal thing. There's just stuff that you have to do.
Yeah,
you don't have to do it, I guess, but because a lot of people don't. But I think it's just one little extra notch of customer service and quality that makes the person feel like they got. If you're paying $20 for shipping, even though it's about what we pay, we're not making any. We use calculated shipping, so we're basically, besides a little bit of a discount we get through eBay, we're basically, they're paying what we pay. And if you get a $20 package that and it's jammed in a padded flat rate that cost $8, it's just not the way to do it.
And I put way too much emotional real estate onto a package, but I'm thinking, you're hunting the internet high and low, and you finally find that pair of shoes you've been killing for, and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they have it, and you buy it and you get it, and it gets damaged in the mail because of poor packaging.
Right.
Something that's simple, and it's sad.
Because you wanted those shoes, and it's not, it's not
and
about
we sell
returns.
one-off things. This isn't. You can't just run down to Dillard's and get another pair or a scarf like this.
Very rarely do we even have two of the same shoes in the.
Exactly.
We might have a lot of SASs, but we don't have two of the same style and the same size and the same color.
Exactly.
But I would just urge people that are starting out to spend a little bit of extra time and effort. It doesn't cost much more. It's an extra piece of paper or two here and there.
And we don't go overboard with the stickers and the this and the that and the fancy tissue paper and all of that.
This is not Poshmark. It's eBay.
But we package to protect the item so it looks professional.
Right.
That's it.
Well, it doesn't get much more professional than the Easy View illuminated slide sorter.
Everybody's got slides.
Everybody does. Well,
this is kind of a cool thing, though.
People our age, anyway.
It's like brand new.
Yeah, this is something. Actually, we had this on Amazon, and for some reason, Amazon decided that this was hazardous.
It was a dangerous thing. I guess because it had a 60-watt light bulb in it. I don't know.
What this is basically if there's anybody under 50 out there watching that doesn't know, slides were photographs that you could project, basically, back in the day. And they were, where your term in PowerPoint comes from, slides. It's a slideshow. Well, this is what people would look at their slides to kind of see, when they're setting up their show, you would have to set just like in PowerPoint, you set different slides in a certain order. So you'd use this to kind of figure out the order, be able to preview them, but also to put them in the right order so that when you load them into the projector, you get them in the right order and you can tell your story about your trip to France or whatever. So that's but all this is a piece of translucent plastic and a light bulb, basically, and a little metal frame that holds the light bulb and a little stand that holds it up.
Yep, anyway, that was what it was.
That's all this is. But so anyway, we got it back from Amazon, and I think, where did we get this? So you got this at a thrift store, didn't you?
Oh,
you
bought this for $1 or for 99 cents.
Yeah, I think it was in our thrift store.
Yep.
But see, that's what's that's it.
And it's old.
A light bulb. It didn't even have a light bulb with it. I mean, it was just a socket. But Amazon thought that was dangerous for some reason.
I guess.
It wasn't when we sent it in, but it became dangerous. But we got $30 for it. So
probably because of its age, maybe, and the electrical wasn't UL listed, or who knows?
Maybe. Amazon's kind of picky. So
yeah.
But yeah, fun things like that. Anything you can make a buck on is
it's vintagey too. That kind of cool stuff. It sells. And I mean, it had the box and the instructions and everything.
There's still people that shoot slides,
exactly.
I used to be a photographer, and I used to shoot slides and all kinds of stuff. So, I still like film. This is a Reebok San Diego Chargers Merryman number 56. Don't know much I sort of remember this player, but somebody remembered him enough to buy his jersey for $69. So
we took a best offer on that. Yep, okay. I think we got 54.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not bad, though.
Yep. Yeah. Still.
But anyway, some things to look for in jerseys. Make sure they're NFL official. There's not a lot. I haven't seen a lot of knockoff jerseys. But you see some that are
cheesy.
They're cheesy, but not really well done. Like this
is everything sewn on,
right?
And
the letters are sewn on.
And
it's got this tag here, it's got the equipment NFL.
And when you see the sizes like that, that are big size, sizes that are sizes in the 50s. That's a 54.
Yeah, there's a 54.
That's a whole different kind of sizing, too. You have to look up jersey sizing. It's a separate size chart. That's not really a men's 54.
Yeah.
It's jersey sizing is like 54 converts to like 3XL or 4XL.
Yeah.
But there's a chart for that. Just look it up on Google. But, you make good money on some jerseys.
And some vintage Maine Eastlands.
Yeah, Eastlands.
Camp Mocks.
This is when they were made in Maine. So before they became made in China or Brazil or wherever they're made now, I'm not sure. But but these are just when you see this old leather stuff. There's Russell is a brand. Any of these Quaddy, you're going to see a lot of different moccasin type leather things that. That vintage stuff really sells. I mean, it really does do a good job of bringing decent money, especially those Russell. I had a pair of Russell ankle boots, leather shoes. I could not believe I looked them up, and people were in a bidding war for these things for like $169, and they were just a pair that looked like that, but they were men's and they went up the ankle. Yeah. But these are the more older style, where the leather was thick and soft and a much heavier leather. So, $40.
Yeah, and nowadays you really have to look for brands that are off the radar of Goodwill, because Goodwill, they put their stuff online, the good stuff that they find. So the days of finding, the high dollar brands, the real popular super, common brands,
Gucci.
Gucci and stuff like that. Generally, you're not going to find that at Goodwill anymore because they're hip to it, and that doesn't mean that they won't miss one or two. But you got to catch them sleeping. And brands like this is a good one to and shoes like this.
We're fortunate here because our particular Goodwill doesn't really go through them like that. But you go to Murfreesboro, one town up from us. And my goodness, you can't find nothing.
Yeah, they got stuff for $30. I got
pair
some
of nice
pictures.
Clarks,
I'll throw up maybe
$29.95.
some of these.
Yeah.
So this is a bicycle shirt, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what this was.
I had to look it up. This company, Primal Wear, makes all kinds of crazy prints. I mean,
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pink Floyd.
Mm-hmm. Just
I'm a big Pink Floyd fan.
Men's
myself.
bicycle cycling jersey. You know,
I'm a little bigger than a large these days, so it wouldn't work.
But yeah, this company just makes
Dark
some
Side
of
of
the
the Moon.
coolest shirts. I mean, all different genres.
Yeah.
And we did free shipping on this because if you don't know, a cycling shirt weighs nothing.
Yeah, it weighs nothing.
They weigh
It's
nothing.
probably like 5 ounces.
But I was floored as to how much they sell for.
Yeah, so especially when with something like Pink Floyd, kind of iconic. The Dark Side of the Moon album. So yeah. Chaco is another good brand. That's always pretty solid.
Yeah, pretty solid seller. The Chaco, X2s and so forth, the crisscrossy sandals sell a little bit better than necessarily the flip-flops, but they're always a solid seller. And remember, Chacos, you just wash them in the sink, okay? Don't, if you see them and there's a little bit of dirt on them, as long as it's washed, something you think's going to wash out, wash them. Just wash them. That's what we do.
Literally put them in the dishwater.
I do. I just put them in the Dawn dishwasher water and go for it. You can throw them in the wash machine. I mean, it's really not a problem. Just don't put them in the dryer.
$34.95. And if you're not really, thinking about it, you could walk by this and think, it's just a sandal. Nobody wants that.
Yeah.
And look, but if you look at it, you realize
you see that
Chaco,
diamond pattern on the sole, where the footbed is. That's a dead sign of a Chaco. That diamond pattern where the foot is, and
you mean on the top?
Yeah. When you see that diamond pattern, that's real consistent with Chacos.
Like this footbed here.
Because you're going to see that footbed.
Gotcha. Yeah.
That's what you're going to see, and that the webbing that they use, they're very distinct because it's custom. You can order Chacos in all kinds of cool things. You can order the sole separate, and
I've learned to pick up every sandal because Vionics also is another good sandal brand. I mean, it doesn't hurt to take a look.
They have some weight to them.
Well, this is a Harley Davidson leather biker hat, and I don't know. We had this for a while.
I don't know when.
It's probably from the. It's an old one. I mean, this was old. Vintage. It's not, not something that.
No, I don't even know if it's Harley Davidson necessarily. I don't know, but it's embossed with the Harley Davidson logo.
This is our mannequin that we got. The mannequin head we got at the thrift store here in Manchester. Her name is Hetty. So somebody practiced cutting her hair. Yeah. So
from the beauty school up the street.
Yeah, it was like a beauty school doll or something. It's got like real normal
really
like hair you could really
feels
cut.
Really strange.
But it looks like she got some bad haircuts there.
Yep.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah.
I'm Batman. This is Batman shirt. We've had this for a while too. I don't know where we get this at our thrift store.
At a thrift store, yeah.
I don't know. Did I find that one, or I don't know. You found it, but anyway.
But it's more of a dress shirt, like a camp shirt,
Yeah, it's $24.
2XL. You got a good size.
Yeah. You want the bigger the better in shirts.
Yeah,
and
you got a good theme. It's Batman without being too obnoxious.
Yeah. All right, Kohan men's
solid seller. Just you don't get the big money like you do with the dress shoes and
these are
more
casual,
fancy shoes.
But these were kind of unique too because they were kind of multicolored, two-tone,
and they were in excellent shape.
Really
excellent shape. But I mean, we still just didn't get a ton of money for them, But you see on the sole there, it's the the part leather, part that's the better quality. You're gonna see there's like even a step down that's just got an all rubber sole and so forth. And then there's a step up which is the nice dress shoes, that are made in Italy. So, but yeah, Cole Haan runs the gamut from doesn't bring a lot of money to brings decent money. But they're $39.95. That's a fair price for shoes. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, let's see. Joe Boxer.
I don't even know why I bought this purse. I don't even know where I bought it.
It's kind of cool looking purse.
It's just, I think I kind of bought it for me, and then I didn't like the way it hung on my shoulder, So, anyways, I said, well, I'll sell it, see what I can do, and I sold it from 1995. Surprised me.
Yeah, when you're taking pictures of purses, it's always important to shoot down inside the purse because that's something some people.
Right, and this thing was spotless. I mean, it was spotless and soft.
But a lot of times you'll see ink pen marks and stuff like that.
From, someone's lunch,
nail polish, mascara, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that was a really nice, very, very clean purse.
$20, not bad for a $2 or $3 investment.
Exactly.
So another buckle black.
Yeah, we don't find a lot of it, and I don't buy a lot of this at all. I don't know what prompted me to buy this. I think it's because it had like multi.
Yeah, it's kind of a cool shirt.
Yeah, it had all kinds of different designs on it and so forth. But I think I might have gotten this at a yard sale.
Yeah,
for $2. One of the yard sales that one across the street that I picked up all the
$29. Not bad. So
no, plus 2XL again, the size. Here's a pair of Vionics.
Speaking of Vionics,
you're going to see this out there, Vionics, Skylar. Vionics, you really, if it's the black, especially like black leather and stuff, they don't hold up very well. So you really have to almost like pick at the black leather with your fingernail to see if it's peeling, because they really do break down. This pair was pretty much new, and this is a cork, not the leather. But I noticed that a lot of times with the Vionics, the biggest thing with sandals like this is the footbed. You don't want it to look like somebody, has been wearing it with filthy feet, and they're, you want them to look really clean. And you can't wash that suede footbed. You don't ever think you can.
Right.
If they don't look clean, then just don't buy them. Move on.
Move on. Next.
Yeah.
Speaking of next.
And these are 10 wides, which is unusual.
A pair of scrub duds. We don't buy scrubs much.
Ever?
We know there's a viewer and a fellow YouTuber, Pia, who also Thrifty Pia, and she's big time into scrubs. So she inspired us to buy a set of scrubs. So I said, well, if Pia could do it, maybe I could do it too.
We just couldn't leave a Tennessee thing lie. Plus, it was new with tags.
Right. So we had. It's a UT.
XL. Good size, and it's. And I'm sure some doctor at Vanderbilt strolled in with a UT shirt on just to do it.
Just to mess with people.
They're
or in Kentucky. I don't know where I don't remember where this went to, but anyway.
But it was just a fun shirt. We just bought it new with tags. You can't go wrong,
It might have
if you're getting it for a good price.
Well, this is something I bought at a churchyard sale last year sometime. We've had it forever. I think we finally listed it. I mean, this stuff sells really well if you list it. It doesn't sell much when you don't. So
they sell a lot better when you get them listed, yeah.
So anyway, but so I, this is just a hodgepodge of stuff, and I have no idea. I mean, we looked on, at comps, of course, to see kind of what it is, but every one of these is kind of unique. We got all kinds of gears and stuff. I mean, there was a time in my life I'm sure I would have loved this thing, but
it was two levels. I mean, the tray was two different
bags of
didn't
stuff
know anything
and everything
about them.
So anyway, one thing about eBay is they like you, if you're selling stuff with lots of parts, they like you to show everything that's being sold in a picture. So it's kind of a rule. I don't know where it's written down, but I've heard that, and I kind of think it's probably a good idea, even if it's not a rule. But try to show everything that you got.
If it's in the picture, it's for sale. That's the other thing.
Right. Yeah, if you put like a shoe with a little palm tree and a lamp in the picture, you better be prepared to ship a palm tree and a lamp.
Yeah, because somebody's going to hold you to your feet.
Or put a disclaimer saying props are not included, only the shoes are. But it's really just don't put props in your pictures. It's just not something you need to do anyway. So that sold for $24.95. I might have even taken an offer on that. Maybe
we ran into a little discussion on this. The guy was like, well, if you take everything out of the box and ship it, you should be able to ship it cheaper. And the problem with that is that he could actually get that and say item not as described because we didn't ship the box.
Right.
You see, so
no, that's true. I forgot about that.
It really, you've really got to be careful. again, just be consistent and just let somebody know, can't do that.
Right, here's our rule of thumb. If it's in the picture, it's coming to you. And if you say, I don't want it, and just ship half of it and save the shipping, I don't care. You may, if you talk to us before, like you email and say, hey, I like this. Can you sell it with this? We could relist it maybe without the case, and that kind of thing, and that might save a buck.
Sets up.
It honestly wouldn't have saved much money on this one.
No. It was heavy stuff.
It's heavy. The stuff inside is what really.
And the box was plastic.
Yeah, and it's a good sized box. It's hard to see in the picture here, but it's kind of a good sized box. But
a lot of the pieces were as long as the box.
They're heavy, it just really didn't make any sense to break it up.
Let's just take a minute. You get people that ask you to do crazy things. It's not crazy in their mind, and you know why they're asking you to do it, but you can't complicate your sale that much. Right. You're setting yourself up for a defect,
especially on a $20 sale. On a $20 sale, it seems that most of these issues we've had have been on $19, $20 items.
It's like, please, can you see if you can jam it into a padded flat rate, and can you do this? And,
we just basically say that our shipping standards won't allow us to do that. Our policy won't allow us to do that. Just use those kind of terminology, and you can just tell them nicely. Sometimes
you just have to move on. You can't always accommodate every little thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is, don't even know why I would buy Polo Ralph Lauren high top sneakers, but because I'd never seen them and they were in really, really nice shape, I said, oh, what the heck, I'm just going to buy them. So I had to clean the toes off a little, but...
we had them for a while, didn't we? Yeah, they didn't sell right away.
But I just like the coloring and the stripes and so forth, and they sold for $34.95.
Yep. Alrighty.
Tommy Bahama. This thing weighed a ton. This was a really, really heavy cotton sweater. And we don't buy a lot of Tommy Bahama, but it was just really super nice. I mean, it had that quarter zip, and it was extra tall. I mean, the thing was humongous, and
2XT,
yeah. I mean, we had it for a while though. But it was excellent shape, and
it shipped in a shoebox. It was so big. I mean, when it rolled up, it was this big
and heavy. So, oh my goodness, was it heavy?
So it was like 4 pounds or something.
But it was really nice. Lots of nice detailing. Had the sailfish on the pole, zipper pole. So took a while.
Guess what these are?
I don't even know why I bought these. I think they were just like brand new almost. I mean, and that's the only reason. And I thought they were really nice looking sandals. So I can't wear a wedge like that, but the bottoms had like almost no wear whatsoever, and the detailing on them was really cool. You'll see, we don't buy a lot of cutesy shoes.
No, most of our stuff are meat and potatoes.
But
work shoes, dress shoes, that kind of thing.
But and they sold quickly, and $30. I can do it. Yeah. But they're in excellent shape, so.
We'll get to this one here. Good old Venerable Brooks Brothers.
Oh my gosh, this is from my collection of 12.
Yeah, we got all kinds of Brooks Brothers, and we don't really buy them much anymore, but they do sell. I mean, we've sold them in lots of 2 or 3 too when we found them. If you find these at yard sales, pick them up for $25. You'll get $25 for them. If you get them for $1.50 or something like that, it's not bad.
I hit these at a half price sale at the Goodwill in Murfreesboro, and there was 10 of them on the rack.
Yeah.
They were spotless. They'd been dry cleaned. There was no collar rings. There was nothing. And they were all 18 by 36, which is a large size. And we have consistently sold these. I mean, just one after another. These were spotless.
You want to make sure, though, that you don't pick up the 346s. Right. 346s like their lower brand,
outlet.
And that's their outlet brand. That's right. And they, this is a Madison 1836.
Most of them were Madisons, almost.
Yeah, so you want to get those rather than the 346s.
I mean, we had such a variety, red and white check, and my gosh.
Might still have another one in there.
Probably do, I'm sure.
If you need a Brooks Brothers shirt, hit us up.
They really, and like I said, the size was the thing, the 1836.
So that's most of what we have for that. We've got a haul video at some point coming up. We've actually been haven't been doing a lot of thrifting, as we've mentioned.
And being really selective.
We're kind of going through kind of our death pile and all that stuff. We've got a shop full of stuff over at the other building there, and that's keeping us busy. But trying to get some hard goods listed. I think next week we'll probably have some. We're going to try to get these videos out a little more regular now. Sorry about the delay on everything. It's been kind of a weird time for everybody. I'm sure you understand, but appreciate it. And if you haven't already subscribed, we'd really appreciate it. It really helps out, and that way you won't miss any of the information that we have to offer. And we also you won't miss any of the comments below, because I'm sure some of our viewers have some good information too. So anyway, well, we appreciate you watching, and we will talk to you next time.
Thanks. That wraps up this video. If you have any suggestions for what you'd like to see in future videos, please let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the like button, and please subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.